Okay, so I have recently gotten back into cross stitching, and this is just part of my thread for the project I'm working on. The project I'm working on is from Heaven and Earth Designs. It's Library Fairy by Hannah Lynn. It's got 88 colors, I believe. Anyway, so I don't want to waste time winding bobbins because the cross stitch is going to take enough time. So I've got these little bags, which I bought for diamond painting. And now I'm using them for something totally different. Let me... I bought these off Amazon, and I was going to keep my extra drills in them, but as you can tell, I mean, they're pretty big. So, too big for drills. And I've switched my drill storage around a lot. One of these days, as I said last video, when I clean my room, because it's a hot mess right now, hot mess. When I clean it, I'll show you my craft room. Anyway, so this was just temporary. I had to have a way to organize this. These are the plastic clear view totes for my workbox. And this has a little divider thingy in it. And this is fine for when I'm, currently working. I have what I'm using for the current, area that I'm working on in a separate container in my living room. And this just stays in, but it's taking up space. Basically what I'm getting at. So I'm like, I need to find a way to store these so that they're out of the way. And then they're a permanent storage. So I have some of these of the little Notions totes left over that don't have anything in them. So I was like, what if I store them like this? Because I can't store them like this because it's too wide and it'll be crinkly and I won't like that. So I'm going to store them like this. Right now I have the stickers on them that have the DMC number, but it also has the symbol for this page, for the specific design I'm working on. I could always tear that off and replace that, and it's already marked DMC number 1. I think I've just decided to change it because I waste of ink, but hey, it is what it is. I printed off and made into stickers these, but I already have it on here because the symbol is a separate thing. So each project I can just tear the symbol off and put a new symbol on. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll save. I'm not going to throw these away because I, hate the idea of waste. But anyways, so a few years ago, I went to this gentleman's yard sale. He was selling all his deceased wife's craft stuff. And I got all of these recipe cards. And they've just been sitting here. I've been using them to make notes and stuff. So I was like, I want the bags to be a little more firm. And I saw on somebody else's channel that they put little cards in there. This is going to make this go much quicker. I'm happy about that. Put the cards in there like that. And so it, makes it stand up. You can't see that. Makes it stand up a little better. Instead of just flopping over. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Right now I'm just cutting the cards, cutting 3 at a time because that's what my cutter, it is a Fiskars rotary blade cutter. I love this thing. I cut it at 2 3/4 by 4. The cards are already 4, so I only have to make one cut, which is wonderfully time saving. And I will stop talking so I can speed this up so you can just sit here and watch all of this. Okay, there's 56. I think that's enough to get me started because, like I said, I have quite a few colors in my small kit, that's in my living room with my project. So let me clean this up here, put this away down here, which is why my room is a mess, because I just toss this here. Okay. Y'all, this should not be a problem, but it is, because I have so much crap. So I already kind of have these divided, like this was one, my single digit, and then it was 100s and 200s, 300s, 400s, 500s, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the 3000s. So they're already kind of in order, which is nice. Did I close this bag up? No, I did not, because how would we do that? Okay. Let's see here. One, 5, 9, 10. Okay. I'm trying to decide how to best do these. I might have to clean out another one of my things, which is probably what I'm going to have to do, because, and that's fine, I can move stuff around in my little scrap box over there. It's not a big deal. And then I just pulled the thread straight out of these and work from this. It's the easiest, quickest way of, you know, videos that I have watched. People buy what they call thread away bags, or floss away bags. There we go, floss away bags. But I had these bags on hand. I didn't see any point in spending any more money. You know, it's already an expensive enough project, so I had these bags. I liked the concept of the floss away bags, and so these are what I'm using. I'm glad I saw that I kept the DMC number separate from the symbol number. So that makes me happy. It's one less step I have to do today. I hope everyone's having a great day. It is Sunday here. It's a little cloudy outside, but it's still hot. It's Texas in August. It's still hot. Thankfully, we finally got AC. We've been in this house since 2009, and we've always just used window units because we built the house ourselves from bottom to top. Our own hands built this house, and so we didn't have the knowledge to run, or the money to do central AC, so we've just been doing window units. Well, my husband came across these things called mini splits, so we did those this year. We got those put in right around the beginning of summer, and it has been so nice. They're so quiet, and they keep the house cool, and the electric bill hasn't really gone up at all. We have, it's not a large house. It's like 10 feet shy of 2,100 square feet. So it's a log home, so the logs act as insulators, which help. But, and we have 12-foot porch, wraparound porch all the way around with the roofing, so that kind of helps keep the heat and stuff out too. So, so it's been really nice. Oh, it's been so nice. We have a mini split in every bedroom, and then we have the big one in the living, dining, kitchen area. It's open floor plan in there, so the big one works really well. And we installed them ourselves. So, we paid as much for these mini splits as my mom paid to replace her outdoor air conditioning unit. I'm in the 400s now, so I've got the 200s and 300s. It'll be the 100s, 2, 3s in here. We'll see what happens when I bring my others back in here. I might have to rearrange all of this. But right now I'm just working with these in here. And because I don't want to spend my whole day doing this. I've done a couple of sections in my diamond painting. I want to do, you know, some of these. I might not do all of them, but I'll do some of them. And then I want to do some cross stitching today. So, husband's at work again today. You will find that that's when I do most of my videos, is when he's at work. So, because when he's at home, you know, we're doing things around the farm or just spending time together. Okay, so this will be 4s and 500s. My goal is, you know, I might not have any leftover thread, but if I do, I already have a storage system for them, you know? And like I said, this Heaven and Earth design is going to take me years, and I can't just have this sitting here taking up room for years. I had to, because I was constantly having to move it to use that space on my little table over there, and it just wasn't working. Was not working. I have these little dividers. Put that in there. I hope y'all are seeing all of this. So, yeah. So this is how I have decided to store my my DMC thread. I've seen lots of people buy the DMC box. I don't have $500 for that, and I don't cross stitch enough for that. So I'm just using what I already have on hand, and that's what I suggest a lot. You know, look around, see, do you have somewhere on hand that you can store stuff? You know, or go to Walmart or something and buy one of those cheap plastic storage, you know, like a 3 or 4 drawer storage thing that you can slide under your desk or your bed or whatever, you know, just so that when it's you're not actively using that, it's not in your way. I've got to clean my room. It's driving me crazy. But I have so much coming up next week. I got to get my hair done tomorrow. I was supposed to get it done last week, but the lady who does my hair got her second COVID shot and her arm was sore. And there was no way she was going to be able to spend a few hours on my hair, which I understand. So I got to get that done tomorrow. Tuesday, I'm having lunch with a friend who I was supposed to have lunch with last week, but her husband ended up having a business meeting and they take care of his mother. So someone had to stay home with mom, which I understand. So I'm having lunch with her on Tuesday. Wednesday, my husband and I have to go get COVID tests so that we can take our trip. And we're moving appliances. My mom, you know, as I said, she's moved out of her home and into a senior community. Well, she has appliances that are a year or less at her house. So we're switching out our old appliances for her appliances. And we're going to do that Wednesday. And then Thursday, I have to take my puppers to get her nails trimmed. And then Friday, we're going over to my daughter's house to drop off my puppers. And because she's going to watch the dog for us while we're gone. And then Saturday, we leave. So excited, y'all. I know we're not the only ones that haven't taken a vacation since the whole C word. And but it's just, you know, we've had family health issues, we've had all kinds of just stress, and normally my husband and I, we try to get away at least once a year. Sometimes it's more than that because we are blessed to have, you know, we knuckled down early when our kids were babies. We knuckled down you know, I haven't bought new clothes in I don't know how many years. You know, when the girls were young, it was all the money went for the girls and paying off our bills. We didn't do anything. I didn't have hobbies except for reading, and he didn't do anything except the farm. And so, you know, and he didn't farm to the extent that he does now. So, you know, we paid off our stuff. And now that he's close to retirement, we're getting to enjoy ourselves. And I don't apologize for that. You know, I see people apologize because they're like, oh, you know, I don't know if I'm bragging or not. But, you know, and I'm like, no, I grew up poor. My husband and I worked hard to get where we're at right now. We went without a lot. My phone is never the newest phone. Nope. I hold on to my phones until they don't work anymore. I don't need the newest phone every year. And my laptop, y'all, it was my brother's, and then, no, it was my husband's, so it was my brother-in-law's, and then my husband's, and now it's mine. Or it was Bria's, my daughter's, for a while through college, and now it's mine. It just, it's old. But you know what? I don't use my laptop for a lot. So it is what it is. We don't buy all the latest, newest, greatest stuff. My purses come from Walmart. My sunglasses come from Walmart. I don't buy expensive stuff, and I don't care because I use all my money now for my hobbies and our trips. And that's just how it is. 6s and 7s. So I don't apologize for nothing. We have family and friends that are like, I'm not, you know, before the C word that has locked us all away. Before then, you know, we would take trips. Not like expensive trips, but I mean, you know, and people would wonder, you know, because we would take girls to Disney World, and they're like, how can you afford that? It's so expensive. Y'all, people don't believe us, but we did. We would camp using his mom and dad's camper. We would camp at Fort Wilderness. So, you know, it's gotten more expensive. I've looked on the Disney website. It's more expensive now to camp at Fort Wilderness, but that's what we did. We drug a camper and we camped at Fort Wilderness, and we ate our food at our campsite. We one day we would treat and eat at the park, but other than that, we ate at the campsite. And there would be 4 of us, and we would go to Disney for less than $2,000. And people are like, there's no way. You're just BSing us. You're spending more money than that. Nope. We made it work. And so, but people be like, must be nice. You must be rich. Nope. We just paid our shit off. Our house is paid for. Our property's paid for. You know, our vehicles are paid for. Everything's paid for. So it is what it is. We sacrificed a lot when the kids were young, and you know, they didn't have, of course, cell phones didn't come out till they were in like junior high or whatever. Well, at least affordable ones for common people till junior high, but even then they didn't get it until they started in sports, so that they could call us when they were ready to be picked up or whatever. But they didn't have, you know, it was texting. That was it. Your phone was for phone calls or text messages. We didn't have internet on their cell phones. No ma'am, no ham. As Miss Coffee says. Thanks, Miss Coffee. I get that. I say that a lot now. But, and they were one of the last ones in their classes to get cell phones. So, yeah, you know, and when they, you know, all these kids were playing these games or whatever, you know, buying the latest this, that, or the other, we would hear the tears, but so-and-so has it. Well, good for so-and-so. You don't need it. So, Don't get me wrong, my kids had stuff, but it wasn't always the latest, greatest thing that cost a fortune to have. I wasn't brought up that way, and I wasn't going to bring my kids up that way. So, and they turned out to be wonderful young adults. My youngest called me last night, like, just so happy. She passed her teacher certification exam. So she's ready to go. She's just got to, you know, finish this semester so she gets her degree. And she'll be ready to start teaching. I'm so proud of her. My other work's in banking, so all is good. We, you know, there might have been times when we were the worst parents ever, but my kids grew up. I will brag and say my kids grew up to be rather decent adults, and you know, they thank us for that. Instead of them sitting there playing on Xboxes or PlayStations or whatever, we were playing board games. And once they played a game a few times, there was no more mercy. It was every man for themselves. You won on your own, or you didn't win at all. We weren't, you know, we taught our kids, life's not always fair. You don't always win. Just because you're a kid doesn't mean you're going to necessarily win the game. So, and let me tell you, they kicked our butts enough that, yeah, they have bragging rights. So, yeah. So, anywho, this is what I'm doing today. I'm organizing my floss, trying to get it where it's just not sitting on my cabinet over there. Just in the way. In the way. If I wasn't so ashamed of my room, I'd show y'all, but y'all, I just, my room is horrible. Horribly, horribly, horrible. I can't even, y'all, I'm stepping over stuff. And there's no reason for it. I have a scrap box. You know, that was one luxury my husband did splurge on me for. Because both the girls were living at home. You know, they were young. And he used one of his Christmas bonuses and he bought it for me. And because I was constantly taking over the dining room table to scrapbook or do my other crafts. And it was, all my stuff was just out in the middle of everywhere. So one year we did splurge a little on me and get me that. So, but yeah, I should not have a mess, but I do. My room, it just exploded. I don't know what happened. I don't know when it happened. I lost control. Somewhere. I lost control. So, anyways, I'm going to end this video here. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope this gave you a tip on how you can store your floss for your cross-stitching, embroidery, needlepoint, whatever you do. Hope this gave you a tip. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Bye.